one. Top two, but not number two. There ain't no room. Boom. Clean though, without a room. There ain't no room. Still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room.
I'm Todd Grisham. The crowd cannot wait to witness this one. We're live at the CompuBox Academy. And next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
Time for our tail of the tape. Smoking Joe Frazier, Philadelphia's finest in the heavyweight division. Alexander Usyk, the former undisputed cruiserweight champion and heavyweight champion of the world, fighting out of Ukraine.
The reach, how on earth are they going to get through that jab?
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing.
So much hype surrounding this big. Frazier's been in so many hellacious battles over fights against George Foreman. Good counter punch. He misses with that straight left. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They block that jab. Johnny, you would know this better than me, but I would hate fighting someone with this swarmer style. They don't let you breathe. They don't let you get off the ropes. You can't get your offense off. You just got to deal with them.
You are fighting the swarmer. Be smart, be sharp, concentrate, but you've got to be confident. Do not dance his dance, because that swarmer, once you do that, you're giving a man a chance to shouldn't have one.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Catch and shoot. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Counterpunch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Lucky to have avoided that uppercut. A big whiff with the right hook. Careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You would not want to be hit by this guy. Trust me. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Down big time on the scores.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Win the round on you. Don't worry, that's it. Now breathe. Breathe. Just get your breath.
Don't worry about that round. Let's go out there. Let's reset. Forget about that.
And there's the bell to start round 2. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he does him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight, not yet, not until your senses have come back.
When you're at such a reach disadvantage, you've got to find a way to work on the inside.
This is poetry in motion. If you've got a great jab, if you've got a long reach, I know, that was me. I'm admiring what I'm seeing here.
Big swing and a miss with the hook. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. That counter punch caught him clean. The positives and negatives in the heavyweight division are the same. You can win the fight with one punch, and you can lose the fight in one punch. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
That hook is parried away. Punch, counter punch. That counter shot lands. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
I want to think of holding on here for a minute. He misses with that jab. There's a counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Get your focus back, get that jab back. Just box him deep.
Yes, I like that round. Good round. You feel good? You're doing good, kid.
Win the round, right?
On to the third. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
He threw a punch and just got countered. A perfect counter shot. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Sometimes when you get nervous, someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little fade and a pickpocket him.
Good counter punching. It bombs away. Stamina is off the charts. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
is off the charts. Swing and a miss with that left hook. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Down goes Joe Frazier. I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Are you okay?
That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath.
On to the fourth we go. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Beautiful counterpunch. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Nice counterpunch right up the middle. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Nice counter. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. You'd like to see more jabs. They exchange punches. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit...
Slow horn a second, Johnny. Joe Frazier is in trouble. Frazier never one to back off or back down.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Those counter punches have to hurt. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Just missed with that hook. One punch could change everything in this battle. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
Because when you talk about championship material.
Calm yourself back. Come on, breathe. The fight's not over yet. You've got to go out there and win this round.
On to the fifth we go. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me, personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
That hook just can't find the target. They stop the hook. Did you see that? Usyk might go down here. What an upset. They've avoided catastrophe there.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
The fighter's vision is paramount, and the referee may stop it here. The referee takes a look, and he says, let's get it on. Straight right just misses. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. These two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
There's a lot on the line here.
That's a terrible round, that is. Come on, you're letting back into the fight. You're much better than this guy.
Don't worry, that's it. Now breathe. Breathe. Just get your breath.
You're boxing back together.
Here we go in the 6th round. How much is left in their tank after last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off the tech and everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
His stamina is off the charts. That left hook missed.
Yeah.
And he scores with the counter. There's been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What are you seeing?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch.
Who you playing against?
Gotta respect both of them more than nothing.
One of my bros.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Is he going to punch himself out, though?
Big cow to get up.
You gotta use it L2 and R2. You gotta balance it. You gotta stay inside the bars until the green bar fill up.
That hook won't score. Beautiful counter.
I heard you can turn it off.
Every time they throw a shot, they get counters.
Yeah.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape. Here we go, it's round 7. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
What were they doing that round? Are they trying to get an earning out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched himself out? They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
How about that time counter shot? Nice counter shot. Well done with that counter shot. Looking to land the hook. Holding nothing back here in the round. A lot of effort being exerted here. Nice counter shot. This is a battle royale between two heavyweight bombers. Incredible work rate. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and done everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work. Good work at that.
There's the bell to start round 8. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
They miss with the jab. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. And that hook misses. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night.
Another TKO win here, Johnny. What's next?
A TKO, we've got to see it again. Because TKOs, they finish the story too early. It's like being kicked out of a club before the night's done. We want to get a full-blooded who won and who lost.
Nothing in my way will make me be afraid, and I can feel